Beats for both West Bromwich Albion and Sunderland this past weekend to open up the door for some unlikely sources, such as Blackburn bloody Rovers, who of course will take full advantage as we head into match day number 8. It's a double match week. We're going to get into it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video today. It's all about match day number 8 over in the Championship, and we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. You want to stop shop for EFL, Blackburn Rovers, World Football. We're going to all hear under one rooski. That's right, Rovers, that's my boys. Just within a point of top spot. Goodness gracious me, but breathing down our necks is them freaks. It is their time of the year. It's Halloween. It's Burnley. That's what I'm talking about. They're on our bloody, right on our what did they say? Right on our tails right there. It can smell them. Can smell them nasty pieces of work. But anyway, of course, currently it is a spicy looking table with anybody all the way down to 7th. Could go top this bloody match week. We'll get into all of that in a second. If you're new, where you been? Subscribe, smash the like, and of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are, of course, and a big shout out to Case Gift Gaff, the latest member of the Patreon gang. Also, a big shout out to the members. We had a couple of new ones join this past weekend. Good part of the family. And of course, there is another way that you can also become part of the family. That's right, folks. I'm talking about this. Blackburn Overseas has been nominated for not one but 2 categories at this year's Football Content Creator Awards. We're talking about the best club content creator for the Football League and best podcast for the Football League. But I need your votes, guys. I really do need your votes. I think there's a Burnley lot in there. We've got to beat them Burnley lot. Please. Cutley 4-stars vote, beat our FC. If you've got any decency in your bones, within your blood, we've got to beat that Burnley lot. So please go ahead and vote. We've got to come out on top, at least beat them Dingles, because they've got 6 fingers in the works. Anyway, QR code's on the screen. The link is there. There's also a link in the description. And if you've got time to do more than one vote, I will love you till infinity. Anyway, that is that. We are going to look back at the matches this past weekend. Now, disclaimer: we are recording this ahead of the Bristol City Swansea game, or Swansea Bristol City game. So, yeah, we come at you with a bit of an anomaly. But anyway, let's take a look back at these results. So, Hull City coming out on top with a big 4-1 win over Cardiff. Of course, Watford big win over Sunderland. We like that one. Millwall 3-1 winners over Preston. A couple of draws there. Pompey, Sheffield United 0-0, Oxford 0, Burnley 0, Leeds 3-0 demolition job of Coventry. And yes, the outcome of the Swansea game, Bristol City game, will have some implications to the table, but ultimately we're decided to roll because it is double match week, and we want to get these videos out there. So that's the state of play in the last round of games. This is the table as we speak. Swansea could go up as high as 7th with the victory. Bristol City could leapfrog them in the process if they were to be victorious in Wales. So that's the situation there, guys. If you want to use the link here, it is absolutely free for the Prediction League. And I'm talking about that because I'm going to give you again, limited update on the Prediction League. Here is that limited update. Currently, as of recording, with 1 game to spare, Russell Frost is leading. 13 points for him right now. Newton Abbey up there alongside him, 12.5. Preston Hinterland also up there with 12. If you see your name in there, not only do you hit the like, please, like, but also vote. There I am, 8.5. Up ahead, Yuki and Philly Pete. And of course, our guest last week, all the way down here, 5.5. That's Jacob Ward, but don't tell him. And of course, that's a great segue for me to talk about this week. Well, because it's double match week, it's going to be quite tight to get anybody to participate in the Prediction League this week. So it is going to be just me riding solo, and it might be just me for the next 2 because it is quite chaotic. So let's look forward to those next round of games that are coming at you this coming week, starting Tuesday, rolling into Wednesday. And we've got some absolute bangers up ahead. All right then, folks, we're going to start at the top of the graphic as we head over to Tetnesville. It is Turf Moor, aka Turd Moor, as Burnley entertain Wayne Mooney FC, who are doing all right now. So up against our better judgment, perhaps. Burnley under Scotty Parker, 4th in the table with 14 points for the season. They're unbeaten though in the last 4 matches. Up against Burnley, up against Burnley is Plymouth, 42% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 3. As Wayne Mooney FC climbs all the way up to 15th with 8 points for the season. 11 times they have played since 2004. We have 6 wins for Burnley. We have 3 wins for Plymouth. We have 2 draws between the two sides. Last time that they played at this very venue was a 3-2 win for Burnley back in August 2012. That was in the EFL Cup second round. The last time that they played, though, in the league at this venue, it was a 0-0 draw back in August 2008 in the Championship. Burnley on the back of that 0-0 draw away to Oxford. Plymouth with a big 3-1 win over Luton. They ain't no slouches at home, but how can they turn it around on their away form? I've got basic odds here. The basic odds do go in favour of the six-fingered banjo playing weirdos. It is Burnley. Going to go with a 3-0 win, unfortunately. Taking all 3 points. Head on over to Cardiff now, managerless Cardiff, taking on Millwall under Neil Harris. Now, these two sides played 26 times in 2003. We have 5 wins for Cardiff, 7 wins for Millwall, 14 draws between the two sides as Cardiff come into this on the back of 5 successive defeats. They're 24th in the table with just 1 point for the season. Millwall, with Neil Harris, just 1 defeat in the last 4. They sit 14th with 8 points for the campaign. Now, last time around at this very venue, it was a 1-0 win for Cardiff, that's right, back in December 2023, as they pick up a cheeky win there. However, Cardiff did score last time around, but they get trumped. 4-1 win in the end for Hull. Millwall picking up a 3-1 win at the Den against Preston. The bookies, they go in favour of Millwall, as Cardiff are just a little bit lost right now, got no identity. They need a new coach. Can that new coach come in before this game? I don't think so. I think they're probably going to navigate this next week with the status quo and come back after the international break with a new coach. I think that's probably their best approach, because new coach coming in now ain't going to get much going. So, but regardless, I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. A point in the bag for Cardiff. Not much excitement, to be fair, in this game. So, sitting on the fence for me. Next up, we have the game of the day. That's right. It is Coventry City up against Blackburn Rovers. Coming at the Rico. Well, we will be live for this game with a watch-along. I should be in the hot seat. Mark Robbins under a bit of pressure. Of course, sitting in 21st in the table with just 5 points for the campaign. Winless in 5. Up against Rovers, unbeaten in the last 4. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They sit joint second with 15 points for the campaign. Now, these two sides have played 24 times since 1993. Coventry do have the edge. 8 wins. To Rovers 6. It's been 10 draws between the two sides, including a draw last time they played at Ewood. It was a 0-0 draw back in April 2024. However, Coventry are unbeaten against Rovers over the last 6. 2 wins and 4 draws. That's right. They have been the draw kings this match in recent times. Last time around, though, Coventry losing to Leeds on the road. The last home match was also a loss to Swansea. Back-to-back clean sheets for Rovers. Looking good right now, dare I say it. The bookies, though, they go with Coventry. Coventry are favoured to win this game. Rovers coming at you as underdogs, but I think we're playing Coventry at just the perfect time to get something out of this game. I don't expect much, to be fair, but I am going to go with a point apiece. Coventry 1, Blackburn Rovers 1, and I'll take that all day long. I'll take it all day long, and that will be a monster point for Rovers for this season. Head on down to Kenilworth Road now as Luton Town take on Oxford United. Coming at you this coming Tuesday, the 1st of October. Luton, of course, with Rob Edwards at the helm, a 33% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 3. They sit 19th, though, with 7 points for the season. Oxford, under Des Buckham, sit 11th. Of course, back-to-back games now without a win coming at you. Now, these two sides played 11 times since 1993. 7 wins for Luton, 2 wins for Oxford, 2 draws, of course. But the last time that they played at this very venue was back in May 2019. It wasn't long ago, and that's when both of these two sides were in League One. Luton did the double that season. And also Luton, though, on the back of that 3-1 loss to Plymouth. But at least the last time they played at home was a 2-1 win over Sheffield Wednesday. Of course, Oxford, good at home, not great on the road. Bristol City beating them last time on the road. The bookies see that as well. Luton overwhelming favourites. Going to give it to them as well. 2-0 win. Oxford, good at home, shitty on the road. Should be only 1 winner. Sticking in London area, should we say. QPR, they're going to be hosting Hull City, that's right. And of course, over at Loftus Road, QPR under Covientes, 50% form for them right now, winless in the last 4. Up against Tim Walt's Hull, resurgent Hull, back-to-back wins for them. Have they found second gear? Now, these two sides have played 24 times since 2005. 7 wins for QPR, 9 for Hull, 8 draws between the two sides. Last time around at this very venue was a 2-0 win for QPR. who've won back-to-back games over Hull at this very venue. In fact, the home side, though, has been favoured for the last 4 matches. So pretty good stuff. But Hull, last time on the road, they picked up a 3-1 win over Stoke. QPR's last match at home was a 1-1 draw against Millwall. In fact, back-to-back games at home, they've been pretty woeful, have QPR. Haven't picked up a win since they beat Luton in the Cup back in the 27th of August. The bookies, they'll, again, find it quite tight. Hull have got the form, got momentum. QPR need to get a result here. It's going to be a busy week for both sets of fans here, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 win QPR. They were a little bit toothless this past week, and maybe a forced change in midfield for the red card for QPR will give them a bit more bite. And maybe enough to get the win. So on up now to the Stadium of Light. High-flying Sunderland taking on Derby County, who typically are decent at home, but pretty worthless on the road. Now, these two sides have played 25 times since 1993. We have 30 wins for the Mackems, 4 wins for Derby, 8 draws between the two sides. 67% form for Sunderland right now, 2 defeats at the last 3. They sit joint second with 15 points for the season. Derby all the way out to 13th with 9 points for the season. They are on 33% form and commenters on back-to-back defeats. Last time around at this very venue, it was a 1-1 draw. Goodness gracious me. In fact, it's been a relatively common result, has the draw over the last 4, including a friendly, though. 3 draws the last 4 between these two sides. Last time around, though, for Sunderland, 2-1 loss to Watford. Derby losing at home as well against a resurgent Norwich City. The bookies will go with Sunderland at home. This should be one for your coupon here. I'm going to go with a big win, 3-0 win. Sunderland, 8-0 slouches at home. Another side that's starting to cook a little bit, it's Norwich. They're going to be taking on a Leeds side in one of the games of the round. That's right, Norwich under Jesse Tulip, Johannes Tulip, coming at you at 58% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 4 up against Leeds, and Daniel Farker is the Daniel Farker derby. Just 1 defeat in the last 6, 75% form for them right now. Of course, now these two sides have played 27 times since 1993, 8 wins for Norwich, 13 wins for Leeds. There's been 6 draws between the two sides. 9th place Norwich, 11 points. 5th place Leeds, 14 points. Last time they played at this very venue, it was in the playoffs last season, back in May. It was the Farkin playoffs. It was a 0-0 draw. Leeds going through to the final overall. Yeah, actually Leeds are unbeaten against them. Actually won 5 of the last 6 against Norwich, all venues at Ellen Road and at Carrow Road. Norwich on the back of a 4-1 win last time around at this very venue over Watford. Of course, Leeds 2-0 win last time they were on the road against Cardiff. 1-2 clean sheets on the spin. Just conceded the 1 goal though. In the last 6 have Leeds. They're looking pretty good at the moment. Norwich scoring a buttload of goals, scoring 7 goals in the last 2 games combined. Bookies will find it. Well, they're going with Leeds here, going with Leeds on the road. I think with the airtight defence of Leeds, it's going to be hard for them to break down. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Norwich because they've been bubbling, and it could be bubbling at a good time of the season. Next up, it is the leaders. It is West Bromwich Albion up against Middlesbrough. Of course, the Baggies coming in on the back of that defeat, again, a surprise defeat, you would say, against Sheffield Wednesday. Up against the Middlesbrough side, picking up a win themselves last time around. Of course, it's at the Hawthorns. West Brom, top of the table, 16 points for the season, 75% form for them right now. Up against the up against the Borough, 50% form for them right now. Winning 2, losing 2, and drawing 2 over the last 6. They sit 8th with 11 points for the campaign. 30 times they have played since 1993. 9 wins for the West Brom. Of course, 14 wins for the Borough and 7 draws between the two sides. Last time around at this very venue, it was a 4-2 win for West Brom, who've won 1-2 or back-to-back at this very venue. The Baggies, though, on the back of that 3-2 loss to Wednesday. Last time they played at home, it was a 1-0 win over Plymouth. It's been back-to-back 1-0 wins for the Baggies at home. Borough's last time on the road was a 1-0 loss to the Mackems. The bookies on this one, they go with West Brom. They are table toppers, of course. They've got back-to-back home games coming at you as well. Middlesbrough, a little bit not sure who they are right now heading into this game. West Brom need to respond quickly following their shock loss against Wednesday. I think they'll do just about that. 1-0 win, again, taking it to the house. Into Wednesday's games we go now, and we head over to Bramall Lane as Sheffield United under Chris Wilder sits 6th in the table with 13 points for the campaign, 67% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6 in all competitions and all venues. Up against the Swansea City side under Luke Williams, again recording this ahead of the Sunday match, 58% form for them. coming at you. They sit 10th as of recording with 10 points. Now, these two sides have played 13 times since 2007. 6 wins for the Blades, 5 wins for the Swans, 2 draws between the two sides as well. Last time around at this very venue was a 3-0 win for Sheffield United back in February 2023. They did the double over Swansea last season. In fact, they haven't lost against them since 2019. In fact, they haven't conceded a goal against Swansea in the last 4. Swansea on the back, again, we don't know. We don't know what's going to go on with that Bristol City game, but they are favoured to win it. Sheffield United on the back of that 0-0 draw against Pompey. 1, 2, 3, 4 games without conceding a goal for Sheffield United heading into this. They are, of course, favoured for this match as well. It's at Bramall Lane. It's probably only one side in this one. Going to go with a 2-1 win. It might even be a clean sheet, though. I'm going to go with the Blades to take the points. Back up the Northwest we go, and it's them biters. It's them nasty pieces of work. It's the knobbers. Preston North End up against Watford coming at you at Deepdale. Paul Heckingbottom's Preston, 50% form for them right now. Sit 22nd with 5 points for the campaign. 1-2, lost 2 and drawn 2 over the last 6. Up against Watford, just 1 win in 5 now as they hit a bit of a rough patch under Tom Cleverley. They sit 7th with 13 points for the season. 27 times these two sides have played since the year 2000. 11 wins for Preston, 6 wins for Watford, 10 draws between the two sides. Last time around at Deepdale, it was a 5-1 win for Watford, who are unbeaten against Preston over the last 6. Preston have only scored 1 goal in the last 5 games against them. Only scored 2 goals in the last 6. Preston, though, 3-1 loss to Millwall. They're in a bit of a I think there's some concern. They've already played their wild card and bringing in Heckingbottom. They could be in trouble. Watford, though, 2-1 winners against Sunderland. Big win, morale boosting win as well. Bookies slight favoured. Go with Watford on this one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go with Watford. I'm leaning that way, I guess. 1-0 winners. Preston not got many goals in them, to be fair. And Watford are just, they're going under the radar somewhat. Head over to the Bet365 Stadium as Stoke City take on Pompey. That's right, coming at you on Wednesday as well. Stoke under the new coach, Nasius Pelac. Back-to-back defeats for him, though, so far in his reign. Sit 20th with 6 points for the campaign. 50% form coming at you over the last 6. Up against Portsmouth and John Messina. They're down to 23rd with 4 points for the season. 25% form for them right now. Now, these two sides have played 18 times since 1993. 8 wins for Stoke, 6 for Portsmouth, and 4 draws. Last time around at this very venue was a 3-0 win for Stoke back in August 2014, over 10 years ago. That was in the EFL Cup. And get this, the last time that they played at this very venue was back in 2009, where both of these two sides were in the Premier League. Stoke winning 3 on the bounce against Pompey. They could and probably should make it 4 here. However, Stoke on the back of successive defeats. The last win was against Fleetwood at this very venue. Pompey, though, big draw against Sheffield United. Could be a good morale boosting one, but only 1 goal scored, though, in the last 3. The bookies, they'll go with Stoke, overwhelmingly so. In the Bet365, it is home. Going to go with the 1-1 draw, though. I'm pulling that one out my backside. If anyone's going to win it, it will be Stoke. But maybe it's just one of those games on a cold Wednesday night in Stoke. Pompey get the result, or a good result. And then finally, folks, we head over to Thrashton Gate. That's right, Bristol City, who are in action, probably as we speak. Up against the Sheffield Wednesday side, who got a monster win against table toppers West Brom. Now, Liam Manning's boys, as of recording, 42% form for them right now. They were sitting in 16th before their game against the Swans. 8th in the 8 points for the season. Up against Danny Rolls Wednesday, sitting in 18th with 7 points for the campaign. Now, these two sides have played 27 times since 2003. 9 wins for the hosts, 10 wins for the visitors, 8 draws, of course. Last time around at this venue, it was a 1-0 win for Bristol City, who won back-to-back games against Wednesday at this venue, back-to-back clean sheets as well. They're good at home at Bristol City, 2-1 winners over Oxford, back on the 21st of September. Wednesday, monster win against West Brom. Bookies, they'll go, though, in favour of Bristol City. Now, again, this is pre-kickoff of the other game. That could change if they get tonked by Swansea, but I don't see that happening. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for me, for Bristol City to push them up, push the Robins up the table, and push a Wednesday into a bit more trouble as we head into this double match week. So that's my pickaroonies, guys. Don't forget to get your pickaroonies in as well. Don't forget to vote. Please, 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 if you're going to do anything today, is go ahead and vote for Blackburn Rovers C's. We've been nominated for 2 categories at this year's Football Content Creator Awards. Best Club Content Creator Football League, Best Podcast for the Football League. Please use the link, cut.the/vote BRFC, QR code if you need it. There's a link in the description to make it even easier, and it takes about 20 seconds of your time to do just that. I do appreciate your votes. I really do. But this channel is nothing without the engagement, without you guys chipping in and participating in the prediction leagues, etc., etc. Please vote. And we are up against them Dingles. There's a Dingle lot in there. We've got to knock them out. So please, let's make football great again. Let's make Blackburn Rovers amazing again. Please go ahead and vote. Don't forget also the prediction league is free. cut./champ2425. Get in amongst it. I'll see you soon though, guys, because we are just about done. Subscribe, smash the like, go ahead and vote, and I'll see you soon on the other side.